It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 Dick, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We'll now take a question from Kerry Murphy with Final Lap Radio Show.
Hey, Kevin, thanks so much for being on with us today. I wanted to see if I can get a report card of sorts on your KHI teams for this year, both the truck and the Nationwide Series.
Well, I think there's probably a lot of different ways you could look at it. Obviously, the 33 Camping World Truck team has done a great job with Hornaday in it. You know, they're right in the middle of the championship chase. I think the 2 truck has not achieved what we expected to achieve this year. You know, so they were probably getting a C on their report card, I guess, if you want to put a letter next to it. But you know, the Nationwide team we knew was going to be a challenge to get it where we wanted it to be. They've had some great runs over the last couple months since we made a crew chief change, and feel like that team is running well right now. So we just got to get that 2 truck up where it needs to be consistently every week, and feel like we're on pace with probably where we thought we would be with the Nationwide team.
And what's the reason you're not in the Nationwide car this weekend?
It's too hot.
All right, thanks.
We'll now go to Claire Lang with XM Satellite Radio.
Love that answer, too hot. Hey, Kevin, I got a quick question for you. And everybody left the racetrack this last weekend. There were a stack of people not happy. I mean, because of the chase and all of the pressure of the chase, you know, you had Casey Kane not happy. Denny Hamlin said his team didn't deserve to be in it. You didn't really want to say too much. When you look ahead after this weekend into the chase, put your analyst hat on, what do you see, Kevin?
Well, I don't remember not wanting to say too much, but you know, I think going from you know, the way that we've run the last few weeks, going to a couple of our favorite tracks, Richmond and Bristol, you know, we're looking to continue that streak going forward. So hopefully we run at California as we did at Michigan and Pocono, and everything should be okay. But you know, there's so much pressure on everybody right now, and there's a few more people involved in trying to get in the chase than there probably has been in the past, and there's a lot of us that are really close from 6th to 14th. So it's one mistake can lead to pretty big failure in the next 3 weeks.
You know, maybe you didn't even know it. It was in, actually, where I found out about it, the Detroit News front page, Angelique Shingalis, and it said that Kevin Harvick, who finished 8th, got out of his car, took a cold drink from a bag full of ice, set his jaw, and blew past reporters. You might have just been focused and not even known that.
I think it was probably one reporter. That was the only one that I saw. So it's amazing how people can make a story out of something.
Yeah, no kidding, which is why I thought I'd tell you you could clarify it. And last question then, and the deal is, as you look ahead to the chase for others, what kind of a chase do you think it's going to be? Because Carl Edwards said he thinks it's probably going to be pretty intense, and not just he and Kyle Busch, as some think.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's you know, closed the gap on the 18. Obviously, they've been running really good every week, but it seems like the 99's been running really well all year. I feel like we've closed up the gap. We've got a little bit more work to do to get where we need to be, but hopefully over the next 3 weeks we can get everything done that we need to get done on the racetrack, and then really you know, throw everything at it for the chase. Hopefully in an underdog role there, you don't really have anything to lose, so that's what we're hopefully looking forward to.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kevin, for talking to all of us today. Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Once again, that is *1 to ask a question. And we'll now hear from Rusty Baldwin at the NASCAR Media Group.
Hey, Kevin. So speaking of the chase, we're coming up, obviously, Loudon will be the first race. Just wondering, how important is it? Do the drivers look at that race as being important to get a good start? Do you want to go in there and come out of there to have momentum, or is it okay if maybe, you know, you get behind there, but you know you've got strong tracks coming ahead?
Yeah, I think as drivers, we don't pick one particular race and say, man, we have to do good here, we have to do good there. We want to do good every week. We go out and try to race as hard as we can. I know it's the start of the chase, but you don't do anything different from week to week. That you know, no matter what position you're in, you go out and run as fast as you can, and you know, try to win the race. And if you can't do that, then you go out and you try to finish as best as you can week in and week out. So for us, we approach every week the same, and I think, if you get involved in the chase and you have a bad first week or a good first week, you either feel really good when you leave Loudon, or you feel really bad and you get over it, and then you go to the same you go in the same mode next week. So you just go about your business, and we have a very experienced team and been through a lot of different situations, and we're pretty even keel as far as how we approach things.
And also, there's I think there's at least 2 tracks coming up in the chase. Kansas and Miami would be the other. That this will be the first time the new car has been on those tracks. Is that something to think about as well? Is you got 2 tracks in the chase with this new car running on them?
Well, we've been to a lot of new tracks this year, and I think obviously Kansas is similar to quite a few of the racetracks that we go to. Homestead is kind of a unique racetrack, so that could throw an interesting twist in there. But, it's just something that we've approached at different styles of racetrack the first time we went there, and you kind of learn as you go through the race and you come back. And I know for us, we come back, and the second time we've been a lot better at most of the racetracks that we've gone to. So, it's just one of those deals where the tracks are similar, and you use the best notes that you can in the past history, and with the simulation and the 7-post and all the things that we have now, it seems like the guys usually get everything pretty close by the time we get there with all the tools they have to use at the shop.
Okay, great. Thanks. I appreciate it.
We'll now hear from Dwight Drum with Racetake.com.
Hi, Kevin. Has your athletic ability from sports as a youth transferred to driving cars? And do you believe other NASCAR drivers are athletes before they start driving, or does driving to this level bring it out?
Well, I think everybody has, a pretty competitive spirit once you get to this point. There's so many drivers from so many different parts of the country, and everybody has a competitive background, whether it's in sports or driving or whatever the case may be. So I still say that the 4 years of wrestling that I did in high school helped as much as anything as far as a mental standpoint, especially as long as our year is now. You learn a lot about what your body's telling you and what you need to take care of and what you don't need to take care of, and when you need rest and when you don't need rest, and that has a lot to do with getting into this time of the year where it's hot and things are kind of starting to wear down in your body, and you got to take care of yourself. So I think there's there's some people that do a better job of taking care of themselves. Obviously, Carl does a good job at taking care of himself and has a good training routine, but we don't quite approach it that vigorously, I guess you could say, as he does. But we train 2 or 3 days a week for the most part, and try to take care of myself as much as I can.
Thanks, and good luck this week.
And that is all the questions we have. Ashley, I'll turn it back to you.
All right. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us, and we appreciate the media's participation today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And ladies and gentlemen, this video teleconference will be available for rebroadcast after 4 p.m. today. You may access the rebroadcast at any time by dialing 888-203-1112 for domestic and 719-457-0820 for international, and entering the access code 504-3411. A transcript and audio files of the video teleconference will be available this afternoon and can be accessed at www.